it feels like life. Drums echo deep in my chest. Every heartbeat knows the rest. River sings in gentle tones, calling me back where I belong. Shadows dance in firelight glow. Ancient winds begin to flow. I hear the voices in the breeze, soft like whispers through the trees. They say, child, you're never alone. This is where your soul was grown. Africa, my home, my flame, calling out my secret name. In your rhythm I am free. You are life inside of me. Africa, my home, my ground. In your love I am unbound. From the mountains to the sea, you are every part of me. Oh, yeah. Malembe, malembe. Oh, yeah. Mama Africa. Oh, yeah. Malembe, malembe. Spirit rise. We sing together. Painted skies at twilight fall. Stories carved on every wall. Feet on earth, I feel the sound. Generations all around. Beads and colors woven pride. Legacy I hold inside. From the roots my strength has grown. I was never on my own. Through the night the fire speaks, guiding hearts the world may see. Every tear and every song brings me back where I belong. Africa, my home, my flame, calling out my secret name. In your rhythm I am free. You are life inside of me. Africa, my home, my ground. In your love I am unbound. From the mountains to the sea, you are every part of me. Oh, yeah. Malembe, malembe. Oh, yeah. Mama Africa. Oh, yeah. Malembe, malembe. Oh, yeah. Mama Africa. Africa, my home. Yeah. Golden sun on my skin, I rise. Dust of red earth, it feels like life. Drums echo deep in my chest. Every heartbeat knows the rest. River sings in gentle tunes, calling me back where I belong. Shadows dance in firelight glow. Ancient winds begin to flow. I hear the voices in the breeze, soft like whispers through the trees. They say, child, you're never alone. This is where your soul was grown. Africa, my home, my flame, calling out my secret name. In your rhythm I am free. You are life inside of me. Africa, at twilight fall. Stories carved on every wall. Feet on earth, I feel the sound. Generations all around. Beads and colors, woven pride. Legacy I hold inside. From the roots my strength has grown. I was never on my own. Through the night the fire speaks. Guiding hearts the world may seek. Every tear and every song brings me back where I belong. Africa, my home, my flame, calling out my secret name. In your rhythm I am free. You are life inside of me. Africa, my home, my ground. In your love I am unbound. From the mountains to the sea, you are every part of me. Oye, oh, malembe, malembe. Oye, oh, malembe, malembe. Oye, oh, malembe, malembe. Oye, oh, malembe, malembe.
Support the preservation of a vital cultural tradition. Vodou faces erasure and misrepresentation in today's world. Your support ensures Vodou's future and cultural integrity. Help preserve this vital culture today. Support.
Honor and respect, honor and respect, honor and respect. Divine all blessed greetings and salutations. It is another edition of Revolutionary New Orleans Voodoo Secrets and Recipes. Voodoo Hoodoo 101. Powered, produced, promoted, sponsored, and supported by NOIVD, New Orleans International Vodou Day. New Orleans International Vodou Day exists to restore rightful dignity, authority, and global recognition to the Voodoo family of traditions. Our mission, purpose, and the motive behind New Orleans International Vodou Day, NOIVD, forms a single coherent vision to protect, unify, and elevate Voodoo and
Hello.
Vodou as living world traditions. Our mission frames NOIVD not as a festival, but as a cultural embassy for Vodou worldwide. NOIVD responds to the urgent needs of
Hello.
this moment. Camille, I'm doing the intro. Please mute until I'm done. Thank you. Our purpose unfolds across several dimensions. NOIVD exists to protect the traditions from harm. NOIVD confronts misrepresentation in media, exploitation by uninitiated practitioners, cultural theft and commodification, historical trauma and colonial narratives. And by establishing standards of authenticity, NOIVD becomes a shield for the traditions and the communities that carry them. NOIVD serves as a platform for public teaching, ceremonial demonstration, scholarly dialogue, youth and community education. And this ensures that what the world learns about voodoo comes from
Hello.
real practitioners. International New Orleans International Vodou Day is, I believe, 17, maybe 18 days away. We certainly invite your support, your participation, your volunteership, your donations, sponsorship, and promotion of this powerful, expanding event by visiting us at www.vodouday.org, www.vodouday.org. And we're always thankful and grateful and appreciative of those who show up and support us and participate here live in the chat. Certainly, our local grassroots participant, hands on, Daniel Neal, we certainly do appreciate you on the ground as well as here in the virtual spaces. Our beloved Ray Alexander, we certainly appreciate your continued support and participation, and we certainly look forward to you being here with us on the ground May 23rd and 24th. Greetings and salutations to you and yours, Nita Lloyd. Thank you for your continued support and participation. Ray Alexander, we certainly, again, appreciate you. And am I missing anyone? And certainly, we're thankful for those who are joining us by way of our individual and collective Facebook pages, profiles, and groups. Certainly, our local, regional, national, and international listenership by way of LinkedIn. We are certainly thankful for your continued support and participation by way of YouTube. And thank you so much for your participation by way of Twitter X and always IG. We will be unmuting momentarily our beloved Ray Alexander, committed participant and now panelist here on NOIVD Nightly Podcast, our beloved sister Bianca Johnson Plessy, Queen Mother Bianca Johnson Plessy, initiated member of La Source, as well as a committed team member, co-administrator here for NOIVD. My beloved brother Joshua Nowlin Tanner, my first priest, my Black Hawk Voodoo Wildman, armor bearer, an initiated member of my house, as well as La Source, and a co-administrator for NOIVD. And we will also be unmuting momentarily our beloved Queen Mother Camille Nalata. I pray she's worked out the technical issues. We certainly will be glad to have you with us momentarily. And tonight, family, delegates, elders, initiates, seekers, and all who walk with the ancestors, we are standing on the threshold of something sacred, something historic, something that has been calling our names long before we were born. The drumbeat is getting louder, the veil is getting thinner, and the spirits are gathering because New Orleans International Voodoo Day, NOIVD, is approaching. Sunday, May 24th, 2026, a day written in the bones of this city, a day whispered by the river, a day carried by the wind through the oaks of Tremaine. And when the sun rises on May 24th, we will not simply be hosting an event. We will be fulfilling a covenant. We present a call to the river. We begin where all beginnings begin, in this land, at the Mississippi River, the great serpent, the great mother, the carrier of memory and the keeper of truth. And at sunrise, we gather at her banks, I believe about 9 a.m., for our ceremonies and libations, calling the names of those who crossed her waters in chains, those who crossed her waters in hope, and those who cross her waters now in spirit to stand with us. We pour libations for the ancestors. We pour for the forgotten. We pour for the ones who never made it home. We pour for the ones who become the river. And as the drumbeat begins to speak, as the songs rise up, as the spirits settle upon the wind, we begin our sacred procession, not as tourists, not as spectators, but as descendants, custodians, and witnesses. The procession through memory and time. From the river, we move as one body, a living altar through the French Quarter. We walk past the historic markers, the slave locations, the auction blocks, the places where our people were brought, sold, punished, and resisted. And every step is a prayer, every breath is an offering, every footfall is a declaration that we remember. We stop at the places where the walls still whisper. We stop at the places where the ground still trembles. We stop at the places where the ancestors still stand guard. And we speak their names into the streets that once tried to silence them. Our procession leads up to the tomb of the unknown slave, where we honor the countless souls whose names were erased, whose stories were buried, whose bodies were never given rest. But hear me clearly, there is no such thing as an unknown ancestor. They know us, they know our footsteps, they know our voices, and on May 24th, they will rise to meet us. We lay offerings, we lay flowers, we lay our grief and our gratitude, and we continue forward, not in sorrow, but in power. From the tomb, we move towards the beating heart of our tradition, Congo Square, the crossroads, the gathering place, the sanctuary where enslaved Africans dance themselves back into humanity every Sunday. And
Hello.
As we enter Congo Square, as we enter Congo Square, the drums will already be calling. The spirits will already be waiting. The ancestors will already be circling. And there at the great tree in Congo Square, you will meet me. At the great tree, we will hold the ancestral ceremony, calling the lineages of Benin, Haiti, New Orleans, and the entire regional ATR family. We will call the names of Dahomey kings and queens. We will call the names of the Haitian revolutionaries. We will call the names of the New Orleans root workers, midwives, drummers, and priests who kept the fire alive when the world tried to extinguish it. We will call the names of the ones who walked before us, the ones who walk with us, the ones who will walk after us. And under the great tree, that living witness, we will open the gates for the ceremony to come. Then, as the sun climbs higher, right around noon, 1 p.m., the drums intensify and we begin our official Vodou ceremony for our Benin delegation, our Haitian delegation, our local and regional ATR delegation, and every spirit led soul who has come to stand with us. This is not a performance. This is not entertainment. This is not spectacle. This is return, reclamation. This is restoration. And we call the Loa, we honor the Orisha, we salute the Impango, we welcome the spirits of this land who have been waiting for this moment. The veves will be drawn, the songs will rise, the drums will speak the languages our tongues have forgotten, but our bones remember. In Congo Square, that sacred ground will become what it has always been, a portal, a crossroads, a sanctuary, a throne. So NOIVD, New Orleans International Voodoo Day, again, is not just an event. It is a declaration that African traditional religion is alive, thriving, and standing unapologetically in the city that tried to bury it and failed. And it is a bridge between continents, a reunion of lineages, a healing of wounds that span centuries. It is a reminder that we are not lost, we are not scattered, we are not forgotten. We are the descendants of survivors. We are the children of warriors. We are the living continuation of a story that cannot die. And as I invite my beloved co hosts and panelists and Mother Camille to now join us, I offer to you, I say to you, wherever you are listening from, prepare yourself, prepare your spirit, prepare your heart, prepare your ancestors. because on Sunday, May 24th, 2026, the river will call your name. The streets will remember your footsteps. The ancestors will open the gates, and Congo Square will welcome you home. This is NOIVD. This is our day. This is our return, and the spirits are waiting. And so please now join us, beloved Queen Mother Camille Nalata. You may now unmute. Our beloved Ray Alexander, please do unmute and come on in. Our beloved Queen Mother, Sister Tony. I'm sorry, Sister Bianca Johnson Plessy. Please unmute and join us. And Brother Joshua Mallon Tanner, First Priest, Wild Man, Armor Bearer. Greetings and salutations, one and all. What say you this evening, and how you doing?
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, everyone out there.
Good evening, everyone. Hope you guys having a good evening. Sister Camilla, I know you mentioned you was trying to get on here and speak of or share something with us today. Is that correct? Can you hear me, Miss Camilla?
While Mother Camille is working, Mother Camille, can you hear us?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, in the spirit of that great introduction that Divine Prince Ty, I wanted to kind of like talk to everyone about what's happened in recent week or so, and at the heart of it is civil rights and voting rights that's come through Louisiana, that now is we're seeing this ripple effect across the nation to disenfranchise. And I don't know if a lot of people know, but Louisiana is one of the most populous states when it comes to Black people. I think only maybe like Texas, New York, and California. And so to have a populace that's nearly 1/3 Black, and to only have two representatives at the time, and now maybe one going forward, is insanity to me. And I just wish that our generation could wake up. As many of us that can show up to to be on TikTok videos, and to watch zoos, and to listen to city girls, and to do this and that, and we can't even get up to go to vote. I'm just baffled by that. I'm baffled by people who are not you know doing things that are in their right interest. Our ancestors fought, tooth and nail. These people were hung, they were dismembered, they were raped, or essayed. They went through all these things for us to have all these blessings. We are the living dream of the ancestors. And for us to fumble the bag, we need to come together. Like we need to stop the noise. We need to listen to the ancestors, and we need to remember, and we need to come together, and we need to wake up. That's all I wanted to say.
Yes, I definitely agree with you because I know we had talked about that at work today. Um, we have a lot of people that's like, in our 40s and 50s, but we also have a lot of workers that's in their early 20s. And so on our lunch break, we're kind of like, hey, about to go vote, things like that. And the younger worker was like, what, vote for what? I didn't even know that they even had this voting thing today, and what is it about? And they're kind of walking around like, did you hear about this? Did you hear about it? Did you hear about this? And like, to sit back, it was like we're just sitting back like, oh my gosh, like what are we coming to? Because when we're getting older, it's like we have to look at the next generation that's coming behind us, and we just sitting back like, so is this gonna be the ones that's gonna be like taking care of us, like looking out for us, taking care of us, and making the decisions? Oh man, we gonna be in some trouble here. And so when you speak about that, those are things that we do have to think about in our community. Yes, it is gonna take a lot of us to do it, but like to have the younger that's underneath us to try to get in tune to stand up for that and understand the importance of our rights and what our ancestors have done for us in the past, and now that we're here to fight to continue that. And we're gonna always still continue to fight towards that anyway. So
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. And please, my apologies for the technical glitches. We still can't get Mama Camille's audio working. So, she's really trying to figure out her computer right now. She doesn't know how to mask her face, and she's having trouble right now getting her audio working. And I don't want to just remove her from the platform again because she may figure it out in the remaining time that we have. She's not going to
Okay.
be able to respond to any questions that come through.
Okay. Yeah, and I mean, I definitely agree with what you guys said, Ray Alexander and Bianca. Uh, there's a there's a lot of things that do need to change, and I mean, what we're seeing is some type of form of change that's going backwards. But if we understand all too well within our culture, within our fight to continue to move forward through life and through what we do in our day to day, that is always going to be resistance. I I think that this resistance is just a distraction for us and not to have a real conversation about why this is even happening in the first place, or how this is even possible in the first place. Um, and I think that we can internally, as a community, come to an understanding of that as a collective by by disassociating ourselves from a by focusing on what works and what is actually happening in this space, and why are we being pushed out intentionally, legally or illegally, or whatever the situation is, but intentionally, no matter what the situation is, and being isolated out of this power for us to galvanize at the ballot to vote. Um, I think it's I think it's a developing thing that I'm going to take an eye. And I've been taking an eye out and looking at and reading articles on. But you got to be careful about how media presenting things nowadays, and agendas and propaganda that wants to control the minds of our people. Um, as we are in the process of freeing our minds and coming together as a collective, um, to find some uniformity. So,
Well, Joshua, I think like the end goal is plain as can see, which is is to conserve. It's a return. Our like us being the dream is the nightmare to some. You know what I mean? Meritocracy is a nightmare to some. To have to
true.
compete is a nightmare to some. And so, unfortunately, we're living in a space where like mediocrity, it has in the past has always been something you can be born and fail upward. I don't want to
Yeah.
say how high you can go by failing upward, but we all can see what failing upward can do and how powerful you can become. And
Yeah.
so now that we've had so many, we were saying black women are the most educated, black women are the most educated, and then we saw them be kneecapped. We
Mm-hmm.
saw policies be put in place to put black
Mm-hmm.
women back in their place, and
Mm-hmm.
black women are the backbone, for the black community within the country. And so all of this is methodical, but this is about a return to make us less educated, to make us less free, so we don't focus on the real ball. The real ball is that this is a class situation, but they're going to make it a race situation, a religion situation, a gender situation, a sexuality situation. But there is a class situation that is happening where the money is being taken from the bottom and it's being brought to the top. And I just think that we have to like really have to not engage with the divisiveness. I know we have our issues across generations. I know we have our
Mm-hmm.
generations across genders. I know we have our generations within the diaspora, but
Yeah.
we all are human beings. And I think we need to respect each other. Agree, and I think we need to like move this thing forward.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, I totally agree. And it's going to continue to happen. I can tell you that much. I mean, we know the system that we live here in America was formed and created for its purpose of doing what it's been doing. Um, we've been fighting up against it. Our ancestors have been fighting up against it. They've been successful, and I think we will succeed also. Um, and we have to do that as a collective of people. So,
And
There was
certainly it
a
will. Go ahead, Sister Bianca.
there was a question that I wanted to ask you guys to have a better understanding about libation. I know this is kind of what I'm about to ask is probably going to be a little bit off from what we're talking about right now,
No,
because I
yeah,
just want to
that's
kind
fun.
of talk about it with the event that we have coming up. So I know that like we was talking about how we pour libation for our ancestors and stuff, and I do know that um the event, that's coming up, we do that. Like we practice that and we perform that through our walk and through the ceremony and everything that everybody will be seeing. The thing that I saw today, um, someone did post something on Facebook that I felt like that was interesting. And it did kind of make me, just think about some things when we talk about poor libation for our ancestors. And so when we're like praying to them and asking for things and pouring libation, um, do our ancestors and stuff answer and receive more better when we pour a libation versus if we don't pour a libation for them? Are those are different treatments, or I don't know if I'm saying it in the right way, but maybe you guys might understand it what I mean.
I guess you're asking whether or not if you get answers, whether it be poor, liquid libation for the ancestors versus not doing it at all. I mean, I think that's intention. I mean, your intention, our intention is very powerful. Those who practice prayer and ancestral work on a regular basis, on a daily basis, or on a scheduled basis, as the ritual calendar as it's set. So I feel like, I mean, yeah, you can do that, and I don't think you have to do that to be able to get answers. Like just like how um, I know for me personally, in terms of messages or any prayers that I have, I get answers all the time, whether I do it or not. Um, and I'm always intentionally keeping up with the calendar, keeping up with the schedule, and keeping up with prayers to them, because especially during a time like this, there's a lot of difficulties and distractions in the world that is coming to us in real time, in real situations and real scenarios on our day-to-day lives. So um, there is that still voice that's always saying this, no, pause, wait, or whatever it is that's guiding you throughout the day. I believe that's where that still voice that people talk about, that the universal God or the God that you believe in speaks to you, and he doesn't holler at you, and he used your ancestors to help guide you, that are going on and passed on to navigate through this world. So that's my answer to that.
Hmm.
I see it as a powerful tool, Bianca, kind of like the same way as you leave like a cup of water on your ancestor altar. I think it's a powerful like a amplifier to talk to your spirits, to talk to your ancestors, things of that nature. There are certain ancestor who might have liked the sauce a little bit more than others, who might you might get a little bit more reaction. But I think I probably would like to defer to Divine Prince Ty as the priest and with a higher level of spirits, but at least from like an ancestral place. I know it's a powerful tool of remembrance and to honor. I kind of see it that way.
Hmm.
Yeah, we feed to acknowledge, honor, empower, and keep our ancestors certainly alive. I don't necessarily believe I don't pray, if you will, to my ancestors or expect them to operate beyond their realm of control, and effect. They certainly exist and live as demonstrated through science in our blood. So to some degree, you're praying to yourself or your higher self or parts of your own elevated self. We again pour libation along the route to sort of refresh, renew the spirit, the energy, but it's not the same as feeding the saints, feeding the spirits,
Mm-hmm.
feeding the dead in an official Vodou ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
Even the libations that are poured at the river and poured en route
Mm-hmm.
are not done quite the same as what is done in ceremony. Once we get into Congo Square and we reach that portion of the ceremony that's dedicated to a particular spirit energy, or ancestor or gede, where we are feeding, offering, and invoking their intervention, their intercession. And in many of the ethnocultural traditions, there's a spirit or a force or family of spirits, such as the Gede, that represent all the dead and all manifestations of how we might die or transition or make our way from this realm to that realm. Among the Yoruba, Egun, Egun, means the dead, but it's also specific to the spirit or the deity that sort of governs the dead, that possesses the suit, for lack of better words, that the practitioners are wearing in an Egungun masquerade or a Galede masquerade or Zangbeto masquerade. And they're not praying to the dead or to the ancestors, but they're acknowledging their power, their wisdom, their lineage, their heritage and inheritance, and to some degree through demonstration, fear or at least extremely aware of their continued effects upon the living. So we placate the ancestors, we appease the ancestors, we offer coolness, we offer produce and sometimes even meat and other offerings to sort of appease and entertain the intervention of our ancestors. But it's not quite the same as praying to, and though some people do pray to their ancestors, and certainly our ancestors can intercede on our behalf, but it's often not triggered by our prayers per se.
Got it. I
Does
know
that
that
answer?
and that's why I was saying that because I know that like sometimes if we don't educate ourselves and have the knowledge, we just go off of what we see, then I know that we kind of just run with it and think like, okay, this is what you have to do or what you're supposed to do versus you have to know why you're doing it, like a reason why. Because and like I said, I had a lot that I had to learn too because years ago when I first start moving out of Baptist Christianity and all this stuff into being more open and more accepting to the spirituality. I used to see, when I watched a lot of the videos and stuff from Africa and people pouring libation, and I used to always felt like that every time, you pray to your ancestors or you talk with them or um the deities and the gods or the goddess or the Yoruba, I always thought that every time you talked, you had to pour libation in order to feel, like to get your answers or to get the help or like whatever you're asking for to like you say to be more strong or get that stronger response or to have them to show up and fight a battle or something. Like you say, if you're doing offerings with food or the libation. So at that time, yeah, I felt like, oh my God, you have to do that every time, to get the results or whatever. But and
Mm-hmm.
then I felt like if you missed it, I'm like, if you miss doing it, oh, they may not show up as strong. They may not hear your answer. And like I said, it was like a lot of learning between years ago and now to understand that. And that's why I pointed out, because I'm pretty sure there probably are some people who do see that and feel, don't have a understanding to a lot of that of what's going on.
Bianca, I think that's very interesting you were saying that because I was thinking how integrated that we don't even know how integrated our spiritual culture, our culture is. When I did not realize, I didn't put two and two together. That if you remember like videos from like the '90s and early 2000s, or just a lot of on the street. I don't want to say the street, but like in a lot of urban environment where like people would pour one for like a missing homie or like a friend. I
Yeah,
did not know I never connected those that was like I don't know what's the word, Divine Prince
a
Ty, the word
libation.
attention. Yeah, I never connected. I never connected that there's all these ancestral practices that like made their way into new forms that are integrated into our culture that we don't realize we're doing.
No, you're totally right. Yeah, that's when I first started in with Ty like 10 years ago. I've noticed that. I was like, man, I'm sitting like, okay, this guys pointing out, liquors for their homies or whatever that, at whatever wakes or whatever it is, at funerals. I mean, and you see them come with a bottle and just pour it out or leave it there. And I'm just sitting there like, this is something that they, I guess on a conscious level, they're like, oh, we used to, always do this. We always used to drink this together. We used to hang on this corner and talk, and we used to share, our day and what we've been through, and stories about growing up or whatever it is. And then we end up going back to those places and you know leaving a libation there for those loved ones and friends and ancestors that have gone on. Um, and it's yeah, it's all connected, um, whether we consciously or aware of it or not. But subconsciously, it's there. It's ingrained within our, like Divine Prince mentioned, it's in our blood. It's in our DNA. Something that it pulls us to that, to do those things, or we see it, or we hear stories about it all the time. Like it's who we are. It's our lifestyle. It's how we do what we do. It's how we live, how we survive, how we continue to persevere and deal with the grief or deal with whatever we're going through in that time period or time frame for that action that you're doing. And I would say that I'm glad you did bring it up too, Bianca. We have to be more conscious and aware of what we're doing and why we're doing it, and have to ask those questions. So that's a great question.
Mhm.
If I may, can you all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. Greetings, Mama Camille. Come on
Greeting.
in.
Oh man, we're gonna get this straight tomorrow. But I'm so happy that I'm having an opportunity to hear this wonderful, wonderful dialogue. I was just thinking while you were saying things, like still, don't sweep over my feet. You know,
Yeah,
Hmm.
like we used to see our grandparents and don't you sweep over my feet and different things like that. That was it.
yeah,
That was it. And to me, New Orleans and South Carolina in the South really, I feel like, practices those kinds of
traditions. Yeah,
customs.
yeah,
Yes,
customs. Yeah,
yes, yes.
yes, indeed. But I think we're getting to the end of the show tonight. Sister Camilla, did you want to share anything about anything that might be coming up, or any artists that might be coming into
Tomorrow,
coming on?
tomorrow. Sorry, I couldn't have somebody today, but somebody will come in tomorrow. I don't know which of the two people, and definitely we will have some more of our talks, about the artists, and the artists will talk about themselves, and what is the thing that inspired them to do and to express through the arts. And again, we're encouraging everyone to definitely attend the symposium. You're going to love it. This artwork that you see is phenomenal. And you talking about allowing the spirit to come through. It really, you will definitely see the artistry coming through our artists. Thank you.
We certainly appreciate you, Mama Camilla. We certainly gonna help you get this technology thing together.
Thank you.
We appreciate that you keep coming back, even when it don't work. You still keep coming back. So we certainly appreciate your tenacity. Um, and we invite everyone's continued support, participation, volunteership, donations, submissions to this powerful upcoming event, our symposium May 23rd at the only Catholic historically Black college and university in the country, Xavier University, on May 23rd, Saturday. And certainly to join us, be a part of our procession as well as our ceremony on Sunday, May 24th in Congo Square. We are again always grateful for your participation and support by way of all of our various Facebook pages, profiles, and groups, or wherever you might find the URL conveniently placed, as well as the QR code in the upper left corner of our screen. We're certainly thankful for our regional, local, national, and international listenership and participation by way of LinkedIn, YouTube, our host platform, Twitter X, and always Instagram. We're thankful for those who show up in Instagram. Lynn's Crafter joined us. We appreciate you. Nico Arts, thank you so much for continuing to show up and support. Sandra's Divine Gems, greetings and salutations to you and yours. Isabella, we certainly do appreciate you. Simply JC joined us. We are grateful for your participation. LeGrand Floor joined us again tonight. We are appreciative. Christoph Liftoff joined us. Pan Nubus joined us. Thank you so much. King Moni joined us. We appreciate you. Author SSJ joined us. Thank you so much. Starboy Kush joined us. We appreciate you. And certainly the Noble Savage. We certainly appreciate your support and participation. Thank you for showing up here with us tonight. And we invite you to join us again tomorrow night and weeknights, Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. U.S. Central Standard Time, by way of the scrolling URL,
Look
StreamYard
forward.
URL, or by way of the QR code in the upper left corner of your screen. And you can get all information, updates, applications, forms about the NOIVD event at www.vodouday.org, www.vodouday.org. You can also scan the QR code there in the bottom right corner of your screen. Until next time, remember that all is a blessing. All is a blessing. All is a blessing if you can just see beyond the veils, for it is all just an illusion and a test, and one of the greatest divine mysteries of this life cycle. Good night, Aibobo, Odabo, and Ashe.
Good night, everyone.
I nodded, but the tears fell anyway.
Good night,
She
everyone.
spent the next 2 weeks visiting Apollo every single day. They played, they sat together, they existed in the Please, allow me to show you something.
They say I'm crazy and that might be true. I got this right in my DNA, yeah, I'm coming for you. It's time we turn the tables, flip these motherfuckers on you. I wanna see you hanging from trees, it's time you pay for your dirt and your showtime. You created the monster, you created the beast. Now all this savagery you just gon' reap. I'm coming home, daddy, to the plantation, and I'm taking the lives of everybody, including the children, on some Nat Turner. Do you hear that sound? It's about to go down. Unleash the beast, we about to tear this motherfucker down. Do you hear that sound? It's about to go down. Unleash the beast, we about to tear this motherfucker down. I met my girl Harriet at the gate. If you wanna know how she doing, yeah, she's straight. But she had one question: when we gon' get up? All that talking tough, yeah, we don't walk it tough. She got it locked and loaded, got that piece up on her side. She looked me in my eyes and said, "Meet you ready to ride?" Moving forward, you gotta use both eyes. Watch your front and watch your back. Keep your hands up on your gas. Do you hear that sound? It's about to go down. Unleash the beast, we about to tear this motherfucker down. Do you hear that sound? It's about to go down. Unleash the beast, we about to tear this motherfucker down. He sit at the table, but he don't order no bacon. He greet me in those words, assalamu alaikum. Got them glasses on his face and them waves in his head. He go by the name of Detroit Red. He looks me in my eye and says, "You only get one try. Know that your biggest opposition will come from the inside." I know you wanna love them all, but don't even try, because they'll smile up in your face while plotting your demise. Do you hear that sound? It's about to go down. Unleash the beast, we about to tear this motherfucker down. Do you hear that sound? It's about to go down. Unleash the beast, we about to tear this motherfucker down. We are the children of the ancestors that weren't